Hey guys, it's Review Idiot here. I've got a couple of album reviews I would like to talk to you about today. I got some rock albums here I can talk to you today about. Hopefully we'll get this done on time that I'm supposed to be in here. Anyway, alright, we'll start with the first album. This album is from a band called Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray was a pop rock band that started back in, let me look it up here. I just started listening to Sugar Ray, so I don't know. Okay, it started back in 1988. This is, I think, it's their third album. Alright, yeah, it's their third album. Their debut album is called Lemonade and Brownies, released back in April 4th, 1995. 14 tracks on it, and it was basically considered funk metal. Second album, released in 1997, was called Floored. It was released in June 24th, 1997. The genre was rock. 13 tracks on it. This one was released on January 12th, 1999. It's alternative rock, pop rock. And it has 13 tracks on it too. This album is called 1459. It is their third album. This is the back. This is them. I'll show you the lead singer, Mark McGrath, is up here right there. Originally I thought it was him, but then I realized no, that's the bass player. Tracks. The tracks show up here. That's where the tracks are. You can't find them in the back. Tracks, let's see here. Track 1, New Direction. That was an okay song. Track 2, Every Morning, good song. I like that one. Track 3, False Parts, another good song. Track 4, Personal Space Invader, it's a good song. Track 5, Live and Direct. Track 6, Someday, good. Track 7, Aim for Me. Track 8, Ode to the Lonely Hearted. Track 9, Burning Dog. Track 10, Even Though. Track 11, Abracadabra. Track 12, Glory, which is my favorite song off this album. And track 13, called New Direction. Good album overall. I think my favorite Sugar Ray album will either be Sugar Ray. They're a self-titled album released in June 12th, 2001. Was their fourth album, or Floored, released back in 1997. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this album. Next album, we'll go to 2003's The Art of Losing by the band American Hi-Fi. It's their second album, released back in 2003. It's more of a pop rock album, pop punk album. That's what it looks like here. It's the lead singer and guitar player. I think that's the bass player. That's the bass player right there. That's the drummer, and that's the other guitar player. Yeah, tracks are Art of Losing, the breakup song, Beautiful Disaster, Save Me, Nothing Left to Lose, Teenage Alienation, Rise, Is the Sound, The Gold Rush, Built for Speed, and Happy. 11 tracks on this album. Pretty good album, probably my favorite American Hi-Fi album, where it's their self-titled debut. Released back in 2001. It's probably my favorite one. Hi. I'm doing an album review right now, so I don't want to talk right now. Anyway, yeah. I don't think I can show you a picture on here. I might put it on later. But yeah, good album. I have the censored version. The original version has parental advisory on it. So yeah, good album. Next album was AFI, another pop punk band, or punk band actually. Their sixth album, I think. Yeah, their sixth album called Sing the Sorrow. This is probably their most famous, I think. Yeah, because there's 8 albums, and this is the third to last album. So yeah, this album has, according to 12 songs on it. This album originally I thought I was going to like because I like track 2, but I realized not many songs were that good on this album, according to my opinion. It was more of a gothic album, and I'm not too big fan of gothic albums, other than My Chemical Romance is I Wrote You My Bullet's debut album. Probably my favorite goth album. I only like this song. I'll tell you the tracks. Track 1, Misery, where I came to here at the beginning. Track 2, The Leaving Song. Part 2, my favorite song off this album. My only favorite. Track 3, Bleed Black. Track 4, Silver and Cold. Track 5, Dancing Through Sunday. I also like track 6, Girls Not Great. Track 7, Deaths of the Seasons. Track 8, The Great Disappointment. Track 9, Paper Airplanes, Makeshift Wings. Track 10, The Cellular Dream. Track 11, Leaving the Song. And track 12, But Home Is Nowhere. And this was an okay album, I guess. This is probably a lot of people's favorite, but it's not my favorite that much. My favorite is probably their debut album, which I think was, let me look it up. Their debut album released back in 1995. That's my favorite AFI album. It's called Answer That and Stay Fashionable. My favorite song is The Mother and Me from that. My favorite song of all. Is Blink-182's Wreck song. So yeah, so you got that. And then we go into AFI's newest album, Crash Love, released back in 2009. This is considered their 8th album. This I haven't listened to yet, but I have listened to one song, and it already makes me want to listen to the rest of the album. The one song, I'll tell you once I read the tracks. This released in 2009. This got rid of all the goth, everything that AFI. I know this because some of my friends listened to this album, and I got a review from this. I also got a review from this one guy who I usually trust because he's the one that's a big fan of all these bands that I'm a fan of too. So yeah, so you got that. Let me show you one thing. Now back in 2003, this is what AFI looked like. You see here, that's the guitar player, the lead guitar player. That is the lead singer, Davey Havok. This is Jade. I forgot his last name. Starts with a P. I don't know which one's the drummer and which one's the bass player. I don't remember, but I definitely know that's Davey Havok, and I definitely know that's the Jade guy. So yeah. In 2009, I'll show you what they look like now. 2009. That is Jade right there, and then it's Davey. They basically changed a lot. And if you want to see another picture, this is a more look of Jade. And this is a look of Davey. It's way different. Davey was big and famous for having a either a scream or a yell type in their songs. And now he's basically, according to the guy that I read, he basically lost that. It's way gone now. I don't know if they're ever going to bring it back, or if he's ever going to bring it back. The voice definitely changed through this, according to this one song that I listened to from this album. Definitely changed from all the other big songs. What else here? Oh, and also Davey's look. He's big and famous for looking like a total goth, weird dude. And now he lost completely. His hair has become normal now, and I think for me that's a good thing. I'm not a huge fan of the whole Davey look back then I kind of like Davey back in the 1990s. I think he looks pretty cool back in 1995. But I think he kind of returned that whole look with this, just in an older version, which I think is a great. But this album I have not listened to, but I'm already going to listen to. Track 1, Torch Song. Now, another thing that I think is pretty funny is that usually there will be an intro song on this, and they got rid of it. Usually the only album that never had... Wait, hold on. The last album that didn't have an intro was Black Sails and the Sunset, their third album released back in... Oh wait, their fourth album released back in 1999. I don't know. I think it's well, what am I gonna say here? I gotta check something. Hold on. I'm on iTunes right now, so I can just look up their albums here. Let me go to their third album, see if there's an intro on there. No, there's no. Wait, there's an introduction on there. No, there's no introduction on there. And no. I think in a way this album is pretty good. Okay, track 1, Torch Song. Track 2, Beautiful Thieves. Track 3, End Transmission. Track 4, Too Shy to Scream. Track 5, Veronica Sour Smokes. Track 6, Okay, I Feel Better Now. Track 7, Medicate. The one song that I listened to on this album. It's a great song. If you're a fan of AFI or a band like this and you haven't listened to their newest album, I suggest you listen to Medicate first and then later on go back and listen to the whole album. That's what I did, but I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to this weekend, I bet. Track 8 is called I'm Trying Very Hard to Be Here. Track 9, Sacrilege. Track 10, Darling, I Want to Destroy You. Track 11, Cold Hands. And track 12, It Was Mine. I reviewed all 4 albums that I was talking about. Hopefully these albums become... I actually don't know what the heck I'm saying. Usually I always forget or don't know what I'm saying. I suggest you buy all 4 of these albums if you're a fan of everything. If you're a fan of all 4 bands. I got other album reviews I'll be coming out with later on. I will be coming out with an album review. Maybe, I think, my parents might buy this album, but of Sum 41's. Many people think it's their EP, their first EP, and other people think it's their debut album. Originally, I thought it was just an EP, and then I'm like, oh wait, maybe it is their debut album. So I'm kind of into the whole debut album thing. It kind of sounds like it could be a debut album. Because the one that other people think is their debut album sounds a little bit more like it could be like their second or third album. So anyway, this yeah. I woke up, it was 7. I'll kind of play you a little slits of each of my favorite songs from these albums. So I'm gonna start with Sugar Ray's album, and I'll play my favorite song off that album, which is, so let me find the thing I'm on. Of course, you probably think I'm on iTunes, and yeah. This is the Glory song. Alright, now we're going to American Hi-Fi. My favorite song from this album, it's gotta be Beautiful Disaster. This is the Leaving Song Part 2 from AFI. And then this is Medicaid. So you can kind of hear the difference of Davey's voice. Alright, now I'm going to play you a Sum 41 song, the biggest song off that album I'm trying to get. This song is called Makes No Difference. Yeah, that's what that album sounds like. It kind of sounds more like a debut album. This is what people think the debut album sounds like. I'm going to play In Too Deep. That's what supposedly the debut album sounds like. So I think Half Hour Power is a little bit more sounding like a debut album than one that other people think. I know this has been going for 16 minutes now. I actually want to keep it to 20 minutes, exactly 20 minutes. So, if you guys have any questions, please comment. I really don't know what the heck I'm going to say here. Another thing I want to talk to you about is actually I'm making more songs. I'm making a song called December Underground, and I'll kind of show you what I'm at right now. I am not at really that much right now, so on this song, I've only been like 30 seconds or something like that. I've only made 30 seconds of the song, so I'll give you the 30 seconds of it. It's December Underground. This is the instrumental version, computer studio version, I call it. So yeah. Yeah, that's the song that I have so far. My Whereabouts. Another song I created. This one I actually finished. It turns out it's not as long as I wanted it to be. So, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to play that. Anyway, I'm gonna end it in a few minutes, and I'll end it with a song that is a big punk song. It's from a guy by the name Billy Idol and his band Generation X that doesn't exist anymore. Billy Idol's big now, but his band Generation X doesn't exist anymore. They like broke up in like the early 80s. And Dancing With Myself is probably like the last big Generation X song. Alright, I'm gonna go soon. I'm gonna wait till this turns out to be like 30 or 40 seconds into this 19-minute thing, and then I'll go out, sign out, and it's gonna fade in. Alright, it's coming soon, so let me get it ready. Have any questions? Contact me. So yeah. Alright. Signing out.